lose 500 points. So I think he lost 2,000 points or something like that.
Really quickly, Craig, sorry, I'm just going to introduce this game because this one's
Yep.
going to be a bit of a cracker. So in green,
Yep.
we have the Spartans. In red, we have the WA Sharks. And in blue, we have the Maroons. So this is a top quality
going to be a huge, huge game. Now, I'm going to point something out straight away. What do you think of that setup, Jips?
In red.
In red.
Yes.
Yeah. So for players who aren't aware, that man there, Shreds, he is the master of being able to put his back up against the wall and you will not tag him. Now, in the pockets in red, you'll see, and you can see that on the cameras, there's a big wall in the middle. And if Shreds manages to put himself in front of the other player, they can't tag that player, they can't tag Shreds, and they've almost like that, and they can't shoot them. So, and I'll be frank and honest. I've been playing here at Laser Zone Brisbane for a number of years, so a Gypsy, I've never seen that. WA come over here and decide to show us how they want to play our arena. So, yeah.
I'm happy to watch and learn.
No, absolutely. I'm happy to watch and learn because they pulled that on me during a training game, and I'm like, oh, righto. So, yeah, that will be that'll be an interesting one.
The only way possible to shoot Shreds out of that spot, you would have to come in high and get very lucky.
You have to get very lucky. As the Sharks are currently attacking the Maroons, so it looks like they've set up with Ibo in the back. So I believe this is, yes, this is the proper, for lack of a better term, the proper Maroons team where they've got all the OG players on there. As Madcans grabs a base at the same time as under. So
Blitz is in this game as well.
I know Blitz is in this game. Oh, they're seeing Dark Passion. Okay.
Oh, Dark Passion's OG.
Yeah, he is OG. So the only man to win 4 nationals in a row.
Yeah.
So
I can't forget about him.
definitely. So Spartans off to a nice early lead at the moment, and they've got really, really good pack pointing at the moment as well. Stalker is currently on 2,500 pack points with no bases. Flash going for blue and gets denied, unfortunately. So this game, I think, is going to be a little bit indicative of what the Wolf Pack might be wanting to expect as well. So Method now going for blue. Method got blue. Now, Method's actually done now. He's got his 2 bases. So he's actually the only Sharks player to get bases. He's now done. So we might see Method at home, or he may even want to continue in the attack.
It's looking a little bit bored at red base there. I think he's singing.
Shreds is looking a bit bored. That's a man focus, I'll tell you what, because he very rarely moves. So still a fair bit happening at blue.
Yep. Backdoor blue is very busy at the moment. This type of game is what the Maroons will thrive off.
Oh, absolutely.
This is their game.
This is the game that's actually going to really be pushing them as well.
If they were to win this, I would not at all be surprised.
And that was Stalker. Stalker grabbing the Maroons base there, pushing the Spartans up. Who's shooting red?
What's up? Gonna get
And puts against denied.
time for power denied.
What happened there?
I think it was time tonight.
Think it was time tonight.
You're right about this chair.
It's not great. We'll have to definitely fix that.
We need cushions.
So, looks like Mad Cans cracks the base again in blue. Oh, Beefy now in. All the action still at the back door. Mad Cans cracks Beefy, gets into the base. Unfortunately, Magcans is the player who does have it, so he's probably waiting on Potato, I dare say, at this stage. Haven't seen Potato around the base yet.
And the Marowns will know that Can's already.
Oh, the Marowns 100% know. Speaking of Potato, here he is. 2 shots in. That was easy. No worries.
To walk in the park.
So we'll see Zarumba at blue. So this is actually really interesting because traditionally Magcans loves to offset his bases, and he is focusing heavily on the Maroons base at the moment.
So actions move to green by the looks of it. The front door of green looks a little bit bad.
Oh, and the Maroons getting denied over at
Green.
It was green, yes.
Yeah, Raven denied Ivo.
That's good defense by Raven. Raven traditionally playing the last line for the Spartans over the last couple of years.
Spartans are definitely up in pack points.
The Spartans are well ahead on pack points. So, and thing is, like, they've got 3, like, not to say that no one's more important than anyone else, but the Spartans have 3 key members. They've got a Magcans, they've got a Potato, and they've got a Stalker. You combine those 3, and that's just field point central for everyone there. So, you know, if you want to shut down the Spartans, you've got to shut down those 3 players.
Flash going for green base. Oh, and denied by...
Gets denied. Stalker. Looks like Stalker's now leaving the base. They might be heading up to red now.
Yeah, so it's a bit of action at red.
It's a fair bit of action at red base. Oh, Butts has dived in. Yep, and there's Magcan. So looks like both teams, both the Maroons and the Spartans, sorry, it's late and I'm tired, have decided they're going to attack red.
Kansas in.
How about with the denial then? Stalker coming in.
This game is
Stalker will take the red base, but at the same time, Flash takes blue base as well. So the Maroons are currently getting pushed down at the moment.
Watch the intensity rise, though. This is the part of the game where everybody picks it up a bit.
No, definitely. The thing with this as well is that the Spartans cannot take their foot off the pedal at the moment. This is a game where the Sharks want to win. They've been having a rough night tonight. They want to actually make a point. You know, beating the Maroons, yeah, that's great. Being the Spartans, the team that's been in the last couple of grand finals at Nationals, that's even better.
Yeah.
You know?
Three and a half minutes left. And it seems to be busy at red and blue at the moment.
Yep, so just having a look at red at the moment. So blue.
Have they dumped or are they just hiding? Oh, no, there's one.
No,
there's a stalker. There's a wild stalker.
Yeah. I dare say that Raven will probably be pushing up towards blue, I dare say.
It's Roper and Stalker at home.
Yep, so it looks like Raven's just jumped underneath blue base at the moment. Gets tagged out by Bulldog by the looks of it. Blitz trying to clear the base out, gets tagged out as well.
Bulldog having a good pack point game though. Just dropped down to 9 with no bases.
Looks like they're staying there because Blitz is still there at blue. You can see him on that top camera at the left there. Yep, Magcans cracks out.
This is a game that Bulldog will thrive into because he's played with some of these players for many, many years and he's very good at mentally playing against these players.
And Butsa gets red base. Now, while we've actually been chatting, Jips, the Maroons, It's throwing me off.
Yeah.
The Marowns have actually caught up and they've actually started to catch up on pack points as well. Raven going for blue. Raven will secure that blue base. So that's it. The Marowns are done.
Shall be joining them.
So yeah, the Beavers started to make a little bit of ground. They've pushed the Sharks down now.
The Spartans are looking pretty comfortable.
The Spartans, you'd think that with about a minute and a half to go,
Yeah.
the Spartans have indeed won this game.
Realistically, if you look at the scorecard, they've played a very clean game. Besides the one two-shot denial on potato and red base, they've played a very clean game.
No, they have. Yeah, the Spartans have played an extremely, extremely good game.
And
That was Mancans finishing off his bases. Flash is in green.
so this is just going to be a race between second and third, really.
This is, and now that Flash has just gotten denied, unfortunately, at green, it's just giving more and more points to the Maroons on blue. So no one's actually actively attacking blue at the moment. The Sharks do still need 3 blue bases. Beefy getting 1 shot denied over at red. Spartans are done at blue, so maybe they can afford to... the blue team can afford to push out a little bit more. They don't need as much of a tight defense. But in saying that, the Sharks are catching up. This will be very, very close. A base at any stage can do it. Looks like the Maroons will just hold on. Beefy going for red. Beefy will secure the red. The buzzer. Oh, wow.
If he got time denied then, that would have been dropped them to third place.
So for people who aren't aware, it takes 3 shots to destroy a base. If Beefy had put 2 shots in the game and it ended, they would have actually just lost because Beefy would have cost his team 1,000 points. So the fact that Beefy got that right on the buzzer, even though he didn't necessarily need it, they would go just ahead anyway. Yeah, that was a very, very close buzzer beater there. So well done though to the Maroons, keeping a hold of that second place. But the Spartans have put on an absolute clinic in this game, and they are here to win this competition.